Alright, so here's the new project. It is a 1985 Volkswagen Vanagon Westfalia. So we're going to be doing a bunch of stuff on this van. We have a lot planned. As you can see, it is a full camper. The front of the van is pretty stock. It does have the stock radio and all that, which we'll be replacing. Has this really cool fabric that I like. And also, as you can see, it is an automatic. We're going to be doing some work to the transmission and the motor in later videos. So this is my first automatic project. As you can see, the skylight wasn't looking too hot. We're going to be replacing that with a complete kit. And also right here, I want to put in some type of LED strip wiring lights. That'll just kind of clean it up and look a little bit more slim and hopefully brighter. And then for this, it has this stock carpet. I want to swap this out with some hardwood. It does look pretty good, but it's just kind of like a rug in there. So that will be replaced later also. Moving to the rear, it is a 1.9 liter. Just the original from 1985, and it does seem that the motor is shot. I'll be showing that also, but it just does not sound good, and I think it's more than just a valve click, which is pretty common on these. It does sound like it has rod knock, so we're going to be swapping that with probably just a stock 1.9 liter. So that'll be it for this walk around, and we'll move into some work. First thing on the list to replace was the original Volkswagen radio. I really do like keeping these because they're just stout and work really well, but this one unfortunately didn't work. Super easy to pop out. You just poke something in those 4 holes and then it'll pop right out. And I thought it was pretty interesting. I noticed it was made in Japan. I guess they made some good stuff back then for electronics, which I just thought was pretty cool. It's going to be replaced with this probably made in China, like $20 radio off of eBay, but they work. So I got the power here, the speaker wires for the left side, the speaker wires for the right side, and then you need the ground and the auxiliary switch power or the antenna. And that's really it for wiring up the radios. Super simple. The van all around had this electrical tape instead of crimps or anything, so I needed to clean it up. Climbed under the front seat, and you can see right here, that doesn't look like original wiring. Somebody already tapped into a power and fused it, so I was just going to use that. And I noticed just crimps and switches all around that I needed to address, but I got the power I needed, wired it up, and as you can see, it was all in and working well. It does have Bluetooth and all that good stuff. I think this radio is like $22 on eBay, so you can't really beat it. And as you can hear, it all works. Moving on to the next thing, we have the canvas to repair. So as you can see, it has a tear on the side right there. Also has little tears up front where the zipper was. Looks like it just got too stressed and ripped. And there's also a tear in the very back right there. So I got this iron-on patch repair kit, as you can see right here. I got it on Amazon, I think for like $7. It's called Bondex. And the amount that it said there, like 72 inches, was plenty enough for me to be able to do those couple tears that I had. So I went ahead and basically just found some scrap wood that would press against the canvas so I could iron it from the outside. As you can see, just put the wood there, put this piece there, and then also just press it against it with the jack stand just to make sure it wouldn't move while I iron it on from the outside. So moving to the outside, you'd basically just hold it there and iron it on, and it's super simple and presses on really good and seemed to work much better than I thought it would. And yeah, it looks much better than a tear. So we'll go around and do all this around the entire van. Now that the rear was done, I went ahead and did the front and the side. I forgot to record it, but it worked the same as the rear. Just had to hold a piece of wood and iron on the little strips, and it worked great. Now I needed to head to Home Depot to go ahead and grab my new hardwood flooring. So I grabbed some vinyl flooring. It is life proof and supposed to be water resistant and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and throw this in the van. Now that I had the nice new vinyl flooring in there, it was time to go into the cabinets. So the wiring was a little weird. It had some weird setup with like a TV antenna, and also the water pump was missing and some fittings were broken. So I needed to get into there. I got a new water pump from Bus Depot, made for the internal sink setup, and the wiring was also missing for that. So I went ahead and just pulled out this weird setup and got it out of the van. That wasn't going back in there or staying in. And then it was time to just get to work. Here's a little fast forward to a finished product of the water pump. It's all working good. Had to glue that fitting on because it was broken off from when I got it. Those are pretty brittle and can break easy. So that's all fixed, all sealed up. Got it all wired, looking nice and neat. All the level sensors work and it's all good to go. So that's it for the water pump. I'm gonna go ahead and clean everything and all that good stuff. I did also order some new mirrors. So these old ones were basically garbage. They didn't tighten up at all and they just flopped around in the wind. So I got these new ones and they will be put on after I polish. I would put them on right now, but they're just gonna get in the way with polishing. So once I get the van all looking pretty, I'll slap on these new mirrors and they should look much better and work much better than what I had before. Back into the cabinets of the van, it was extremely dirty. There was years and years and years of just gross crap in here that I wanted to just degrease and get everything out and also get the fridge cleaned out. As you can see, it's more black than white in here. So I went ahead, got some degreaser, and just really went to work. Everything wasn't perfect, but it did look a lot better than what it had before, and I was pretty happy with how it turned out. Now for the stove, it did need some attention. I think somebody left it on while the little lid right here was shut and somehow burnt through the metal and all this wood right here. So I wanted to spray this like high temp black so you wouldn't see all the burn marks on it, and I think it would just look a little bit cleaner. And then I got rid of all like the ember stuff all over the wood right here just so it didn't look like it was all hanging there. The high temp paint did turn out pretty good, as you'll see right here. I was also painting the front grills and the windshield wipers just to clean up the whole front end of the van. And this is how it turned out. I think it looks much better than how it did before. I really do like the flat black look more than the shiny silver. So I think that'll look better in the long run and also should hold up to the high temp paint or high temperatures as good as the normal silver would. Alright guys, so now that all the minor stuff is out of the way, such as the stove, the water pump, all the cleaning, and the hardwood flooring, we're going to be moving into bigger things such as the motor. So the motor is blown. It is a 1.9. We're going to be putting a new one in there. And we also have a new skylight to put in and some transmission stuff. We got a lot of stuff coming. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching this video. And I want to just go ahead and start it to show you guys how freaking terrible this sounds. So here we go.